Good morning. Happy Tuesday. I hope everybody had a great holiday weekend. And we're back on the farm. Lots to do this week. Renewed energy. Let's get some stuff done. We are going to start the week off with some spraying. We've got some wheat stubble that needs to get sprayed. We're going to do most of it with the big sprayer. However, we've got this field out south of the barn here that we tiled, and it's rough. And, well, we're going to use the drone because we can. So we're going to start with that. We're going to back the drone trailer out here and get her loaded up with our chemical and get that sprayed. It's only about 24 or 25 acres. It won't take very long. I got out our chemical shuttles that we're going to use on the wheat stubble here, at least the first part of it, and we got that one mixing up. So we have some 2,4-D here. It's an LV4, it's a basic 2,4-D. It kills broadleaf weeds. If you ever spray your lawn or put weed and feed on, this is what you use. That's pretty much it. This other one here is Sequence herbicide. Sequence is a combination of glyphosate or Roundup and Dual. And Dual gives us a little bit of residual activity. We bought that like 2 or 3 years ago to use when glyphosate was super high, and this was a little bit cheaper to use post-emerge on beans. Did use some, didn't end up using it up, and this is a good spot to use it up. It might help keep some of the volunteer wheat from coming back quite so bad. So that's all we've got of it. We're just letting that mix. Sometimes it settles out, so I put my agitation in there. I'm gonna move the big sprayer out of the way. We're gonna pull the drone trailer up here and get loaded. Like I said, we only need about 25 acres worth for the drone, and then the rest of it here for now we're going to do through the big sprayer. We do have those other fields that we're tiling. We're going to spray with the drone as well, but not today. I think we are good there. I've got enough in there to do this field out here, I think. The drone is still down in the seed warehouse from the field day last week, so we got to go down there and get it. And actually setting up on the driveway over there is probably as good a spot as any to spray this field from, so we'll just do that. First flight happening here. That is fun to watch. We're gonna see how good our coverage pattern is after doing this. Because everything out there should die. If we got streaks, then, well, we didn't do a very good job, but I think we'll be okay. We might not get a perfect kill, but it should be decent. Okay, you see that truck down there? That's our 28. First load of 28 coming in. They must be gonna haul all that today. So Phil was down there showing them where to go. I think he got it figured out. They didn't call me, so I'll assume they're good. We're gonna spray this field here. Should take me a little less than an hour from now. And then we're gonna fire up the big sprayer and do some more. I should mention that the reason we're spraying this with the drone, I've said it before, but just in case anybody's watching this and is like, what the heck are you doing that with the drone for, or not the big sprayer? We've got all these tile lines out here. Where'd it go? There it is. So all these bare dirt spots here, I worked down with the chisel a couple weeks ago to kind of level them up, but those are all tile lines. They're really rough, and it's not fun to bounce over with the sprayer. This one wouldn't be horrible because you can pretty much go with them, between them, but they are on a little bit of an angle, and I have a drone sprayer, so we're just going to use it. A couple of the other fields that we've tiled have tile lines running in about 15 different directions, and they would be awful to try and spray with the big sprayer. It'd just be rough, and you have to bounce over all of them, and so we're not going to do that. We're going to spray with the drone. Well, we're about done here. This we might have one more partial load. I'm going to be about 2 acres short chemical, which sucks, but it's all right. I was kind of concerned about spraying and getting drift on my lawn anyway, and so basically it's going to do the whole middle of the field, not the perimeter, or at least not all of the perimeter. It's going to do part of it, but it's going to start in the back there and do along the filter strips and stuff, so it's okay. I did leave a 10-foot buffer, trying to keep it away from the edge here. Yeah, it's fine. We'll use the gator or something to clean up the edges if we have to, but I really didn't want to kill all my grass, farm's grass, the roadside, all of that anyway, so we'll spray out what we got, call it good enough. All right, well, we're finishing up our perimeter pass here. Yeah, I don't think that's getting in my lawn at all. We're gonna have to clean up this strip outside of this last tile line, but that's no big deal. It's going to make it most of the way around back to that corner, and then it's just this one side here that we're not going to get, and that's no big deal. So you can see we have no wind today. The flags are not moving at all. But yeah, all right, so this one's going to be done. We're going to load up the drone, strap everything down, put the trailer away here. We're not done with the drone. Like I said, we got that other field that we're going to do. There's going to be closer to 100 acres there, so that'll be a little bit bigger project. But yeah, the rest of it we're going to do with the big sprayer, and we're going to go get started with that here shortly. Got the big sprayer loaded up here. We got enough for a little over 55 acres, which is what's in our field out here. Ouch. We got to change nozzles though. We still got fungicide nozzles from spraying beans, so we'll go ahead and do that once we get out here in the field. So when we're spraying fungicide, we use our twin jet nozzles, designed to spray forward and backwards, split the stream, high pressure. When we're doing herbicide like this, systemic herbicides, we want our single hole nozzles. So see how this one has a front and a back too, and this one just has one big one in the back. So that's what we're going to switch to. Well, we're trying to not spray the neighbor's alfalfa, because this will kill it. I'm attempting to follow Dad's old sprayer tracks from when he sprayed the wheat. They should be pretty close, but we'll see. Dad's up here working on his edge of the woods. I don't spray herbicide a lot, so this is a little different for me. I mostly spray fungicides and foliar products. Dad takes care of the herbicides, but he's doing other stuff, and this is late season fungicide, so I'm doing it. Or late season herbicide, so I'm doing it. We're just gonna stay away from the trees here. Last pass here with the sprayer. We got this one done. So see our chicken litter pile over there. The idea is to get these weeds to die here, and then another week or so have those guys come in and spread that. They will spread it. It's part of the price. It's the delivery and the spreading. And then we're going to get our disc ripper, which is right there, hooked up here in the next couple of days, and we're just going to start working this ground down here real fast. All right, we are done here, and we're going to go park this for now. They just brought another load of 28, so the guy's unloading that and in the way. And down there, we've got a wagon load of wheat we've got to go deal with. So it's time to start treating wheat here real fast. All right, well, we'll drag this wagon and wheat in here. It is that time, September now, that we need to start getting our seed wheat around. If you guys don't have your AgriPro seed wheat bought, now's the time to do so. We have been planting AgriPro wheat for several years, and it just keeps getting better and better. Had the best wheat we've ever had this past year. All AgriPro. A couple of varieties that stand out for me. The SY 100 has been just fantastic wheat for us for years. 4 or 5 years it's been our best wheat here. The new one, the GP 893, was phenomenal on the early side. We had a really good one that we've been using, the SY 547, and this one kind of blew it away for me. I was really impressed with that GP 893. So if you are local and want to try some AgriPro wheat, send me an email. If you're not local and you want to try some AgriPro wheat from GrowPro Genetics, go to their website. I think it's growprogenetics.com, or I don't know, search for GrowPro or AgriPro wheat and you'll get there. And I'm sure they have a list of distributors or places that you can buy it in your local area. And yeah, it's fantastic wheat. Anyway, we got that wagon load brought in here. We've got to get a box put up on the treater and get my conveyor. We use that orange belt conveyor to get it from the wagon into the treater, treat into boxes, which I need to get some more boxes down here too. I've just got the 3 or I guess 4 there in the corner. Got a bunch down at the farm. And then once we get the wagon empty, we dump the boxes back into the wagon. Customer pays me and takes their wheat. All right, well, we ran a few errands, got some lunch, and we're back around the farm here. They're bringing the final load of 28 in. And I'm going to wait for him to get out of the way. Then we're going to load the sprayer up and go spray another field of wheat stubble. All right, well, our tanker just left. Right there. It's just below that line, weld in the tank. I don't know if there's quite enough room in there for another full load or not. It would always be real close to get 4 full semi-loads in there, but 28's expensive. That fertilizer was expensive, so we're just gonna sit tight right there. That's probably not enough to do everything that we want to do. We'll use most of that for top dressing our wheat next year, which we're still working on acre splits and figuring out how much of everything we're gonna plant, so I don't know exactly how much we're gonna need. But I probably will need 2 more semi-loads of 28. Obviously we can't store 2 in there. We could get 1 in and find somewhere to put the rest of it. But then I'll have to get 1 in the spring anyway, and so we're thinking we might just wait until the spring, see if the price comes down a little bit. But at least buying some of it, we hedged our bets one way or the other. We're either going to be half right and half wrong, or we're going to be half wrong and half right. I tell you what, this whole going around the outside and having to back into all these corners, this is no fun. I just finished the perimeter. We've already got over 20 acres done of the 46 in the field, just doing the perimeter. It looks like that. But yeah, you got back into all these corners and stuff. That's no fun. It's all right. I'll be fine. At least we don't have to follow rows, right? We can just kind of go wherever the auto steer takes us, and I don't have to worry about it driving on the crop. So that is kind of nice. Okay, we got this first field done. There was 46 acres there. I loaded up enough for 2 fields, so we got another one that's 35. We're gonna go hit. So that field over there is the one where I have my double crop beans. They're on the far side. You can kind of see them over there. They're very green. They're actually looking decent. I sprayed that when we sprayed the double crop beans to kill the volunteer wheat and other stuff, and I finished that field, and then I ran out after I sprayed this 1 pass. Can you tell the difference that it made? Now there's enough volunteer wheat still in here that hadn't sprouted yet when we sprayed this the first time that we're doing it again. But yeah, I sprayed, we ran out right here. I ran a tank clean out procedure, drove a little bit, rinsed the booms out up here. Wow, it mattered. It makes a difference. So anyway, we're gonna get this one sprayed now. This side's getting chicken litter, that side is not, at least not until after the double crop beans come out. So we're not gonna worry about spraying that again for now. Well, I'm not sure I can do math. We're empty. And we're not horribly short, but we are short. I needed to get to the ends there, and then we got that skinny partial pass back to the road that I don't have enough product. Why is that? I know why I'm short. So I've been using the John Deere work planner on their app to send the data or the files of plans and stuff to the sprayer, to the displays, to know, so that it knows what we're trying to do when we get in the field. It just has the plan, it pops up, you say yes, and you go. Well, on the app, on my phone, there's a super handy calculator that tells you how much of each product goes in the tank. Looks like this, right here. See this? This. Screenshot. Yeah, I looked at the total of the water there, and it said 978, and I thought that meant that's how much it needed total. That's how much water it needed. So when I put 1,000 gallons in the tank, because I thought, we'll put an extra 20 gallons in and have plenty. I thought I'd have plenty. But that's not. That's just water. There's 50 gallons of product in there as well. And so we really needed 1,050-ish or 1,030 gallons, which would have given me enough. I needed 28 to 30 gallons to finish. Yeah, 30 gallons to finish. I put 1,000 in. I needed 1,030. Yeah, that'd be this mistake right there. It wasn't that I couldn't do math. It was what I didn't do math, and I just trusted the computer without actually reading it. My bad. It's fine. We've got 30 acres to spray that way tomorrow. Farm's that way. We'll just put an extra 2 acres worth in there when we load that up and hit this on the way. No biggie. Anyway, I gotta go pick Dad up. He's mowing down by where we're tiling, and wants to leave the tractor there tonight, so he wanted me to come pick him up. So we're gonna go do that. Oh yeah, we still got round bales out here. These guys, they've had them baled up for a while and just have not had time to get down here and get all these bales picked up. They got a bunch of them, but not this last field here. So, although I see the truck back there now, so they're getting them. But there's a ditch back here that cuts this farm in half, or not even in half. There's 20 acres behind the ditch that we're going to put some tile in. Now this is a rented farm, not one that we own, but we have very good relationship with the landlord, and it's not going anywhere. Long-term lease in place, so that back 20 acres that is really wet, we are going to pay for the tile in, and it's going to make us money because that is going to improve that farm drastically. So anyway, Dad's been doing some mowing back there. I see the tractor parked over there. We're gonna go pick him up, head back. All right, well, I had to I picked Dad up there from the field and then had to take the boys to football practice tonight and did that, and then it was time to come home. So anyway, hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching today. Tomorrow we're gonna probably get started treating some wheat, and we've got another field to spray, or a little group of fields to finish up some of that. Brock's coming tomorrow. I'm going to have him get the disc ripper out and get that hooked up and start going through it, see if there's anything that we need to do. And yeah, we got stuff to do. So thanks for watching. Have a great night. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow.